The Color of Justice, the story of a judge and a white man. The grand courtroom of New York City buzzed with tension. It was a historic trial, one that had gripped the nation for months. Judge William Carter, a man known for his integrity and fairness, took his seat on the bench. His sharp eyes scanned the courtroom, settling on the accused Robert Harrison, a wealthy white businessman accused of fraud, embezzlement, and money laundering. The case had drawn national attention, not only because of Harrison's wealth and influence but because it tested the justice system itself. Would a rich, powerful man face the same consequences as any ordinary citizen? Or would his connections and privilege shield him from accountability? As Judge Carter adjusted his glasses and looked at the case files, he felt the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. He had seen many cases in his long career, but this one was different. The evidence against Harrison was overwhelming: bank records, forged documents, and testimony from employees who had been forced to cover up financial crimes. Yet, despite this, Harrison sat with an air of confidence, smirking at the prosecution as if he knew the outcome was already decided in his favor. The trial begins. The prosecution presented its case with precision. Witness after witness testified against Harrison, revealing how he had manipulated accounts, stolen millions, and used his wealth to silence those who opposed him. The lead prosecutor, Emily Dawson, was relentless. "Mr. Harrison," she said, her voice sharp, "do you deny that these transactions were authorized by you?" Harrison leaned back in his chair, a small smile playing on his lips. "I don't recall signing anything illegal," he said smoothly. Judge Carter watched closely. He had seen this tactic before: powerful men pretending ignorance, evading responsibility, hoping to escape justice. But he wasn't a judge who could be swayed by charm or wealth. The defense team, led by an elite lawyer known for protecting the rich, tried every trick in the book. They questioned the credibility of the witnesses, claimed the evidence was circumstantial, and even attempted to delay proceedings. At one point, they argued that Harrison had made unintentional errors but had not committed a crime. Carter remained silent, listening carefully. He knew the world outside was watching. Protests had erupted, demanding justice. The media debated endlessly: would this be another case where money won over the law? The pressure of power. As the trial progressed, pressure mounted on Judge Carter. Influential figures sent private messages, urging him to be reasonable. Some hinted at political favors if he ruled in Harrison's favor, while others warned that a guilty verdict could have unforeseen consequences for his career. One night, as he sat in his office, he received an anonymous letter. "Judge Carter, remember who truly holds power. Be careful with your decision." He sighed, setting the letter aside. He had spent his life upholding justice. Would he back down now? The verdict. The final day of the trial arrived. The courtroom was packed: reporters, activists, businessmen, and ordinary citizens, all waiting for the verdict. Judge Carter looked at Harrison, who still seemed confident. Taking a deep breath, he began. "After careful examination of the evidence, witness testimonies, and financial records, this court finds the defendant guilty on all charges." A stunned silence filled the room, followed by gasps and murmurs. Harrison's face paled, his smirk disappearing. His lawyers jumped up, demanding an appeal, but the damage was done. For the first time in years, a man of power and privilege had been held accountable. Outside the courtroom, the city erupted in both celebration and outrage. Some hailed Carter as a hero of justice, while others called him a fool for challenging the elite. As he walked home that evening, the winter air cold against his face, Judge Carter felt a strange sense of peace. Justice had no color, no class. And today, at least, the law had stood strong.